Le- Me olvidé. Siempre me pasa lo mismo, se me olvida mover el micrófono. Pero bueno, se me escucha bien. Así que perfecto. Y vamos a iniciar el directo de Honkai. Y a ver qué nos depara en la aventura de 7 de marzo con las espaditas. Tendrás como cosas de Viena, porque... Que sí, está bueno esto. Es barquillo, básicamente, con chocolate. Galletita de barquillo. De esta que se utiliza para los sándwiches de helado, pues de eso. Tan ricos. Y bueno, pues vamos a ver la misión y vamos a ver qué tal es nuestra vida. De verdad. Seguir. Volvemos a ese 7 de marzo. ¡Yupi! Que claro, no podemos hacer las cosas diarias si somos 7 de marzo.
Wanna go take some pictures? Or maybe we can go drink some Immortal's Delight.
Lo bueno es que al estar en su perspectiva, pues no tardamos nada en continuar la misión. ¡Hala! No, yo quería hablar con Yankee. Venga. Sigamos con nuestras fotoaventuras. En el puerto mira estrellas. Venga. Me encanta que como sea solo esto, en plan de para acá, sería muy gracioso, ¿no?
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
¿De qué cosas se tendrá que ocupar?
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need? I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
¿Están grabando estos tres?
How's that? Who's there?
¿Qué está pasando?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hola, Kelly. ¿Qué tal estás?
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia?
Uy.
I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
¿A quién llamas niños? ¿Estás
First of all,
cansado?
I'm an
Qué bien.
adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh.
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Uy, no saben quién es Yankee, eso es muy
Big
sospechoso.
sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Uy. El mismo caballero no haya reconocido Yankee es súper sospechoso. Porque es el
Could you repeat what you
El
just
aprendiz
said,
del-
Yenching?
del general.
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everon Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
Ese mismo caballero no reconoció al maestro Yankee.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching
muy
at all.
raro.
That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Venga. Exploración. Venga. No llamemos la
Never
atención.
mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Hidratación. Exploraré hidratado. Agüita.
Don't get too close, Miss March. They might spot you.
Vale, pues no me acercaré demasiado. Tomar fotos desactivar. Esta misión necesitas cumplir con más requisitos para completar la misión de... En la esquina superior izquierda, en tu parte, deberás desmontar los requisitos, todos los requisitos captura, bla bla. Toma foto con las pruebas con 4 de zoom. Vale. Venga. Bien, listo. Captura exitosa.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Quieren cargarse a los
Cut the
3 niños.
theatrics, Grulock. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
Extraño todo.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
Propuesto. ¿Qué puede salir mal? Vamos a meternos dentro de la caja. Viendo que todos se fueron, acercas solamente en la caja y te metes.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
Perfecto.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Pasos que van y vienen cerca de la caja, sin que lo abrieran seguramente deberían. Por suerte nada de eso ocurre. Perfectísimo. Activa el mecanismo de flotación de la parte inferior de la caja, sientes que puedes avanzar lentamente. Tras lo que parecen ser toda una era de ámbar aguantando escuchas que la caja cae.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Son esos pasos que se alejan, es como una señal y te permite respirar con alivio.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared! Let's catch up to them.
Las personas sospechosas.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly.
Puedes
Make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight. Watch out! They're on high alert!
Me pillo bien.
I knew something was off. Looks like those brats were following.
Why are they coming back? Quickly! Retreat!
Objetivos secretos supertendientes, inténtalo de nuevo, ¿vale?
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs. They keep talking about...
Vale, ahora sé lo que hay que hacer, ¿sabes? Es que me ha pillado... Cuando se active el modo de rastreo, el indicador de modo de juego aparecerá en la parte. Bla, 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 bla. Sí.
Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Venga. Atención a los alrededores.
Watch out! They're on high alert!
En la alerta máxima, cuidado.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
Ok. Madre mía.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
A ver, en 3. Proporciona sospechoso. Estira la mano, de acuerdo. Ahora esperamos que él estire la mano. No va a hacer nada mientras esperamos así. No funciona.
Never mind who they are.
Ah, sí, o sea, tenemos que esperar pues, aquí sin hacer nada. Esperar a que levante la mano. Ay. Bueno, ¿qué te cuentas, Zachary? Aparte que estás cansado. No va a levantar la mano este señor.
get too close, Miss March.
Pero es que no va a levantar la mano. La
Never
vida.
mind who they are.
Madre mía, que tenemos que esperar aquí 5000 años a que levante la mano. Bueno, vamos a esperar. 5000 años después y seguimos esperando. Ay. Vuelvo en un segundo. Un intacto. He vuelto. ¿Ha levantado la mano el señor o seguimos esperando? ¿Pasa algo con esto? ¿Se ha quedado pillado o qué? Es que no está haciendo nada. A ver. Voy a ver. A buscar lo que sí hay que hacer algo específico, ¿no? Almenaras ocultas y este solos. A ver. A ver si es que ha pasado. Se ha bugueado algo. Sí, parece que se ha bugueado. No debería quedarse ahí parado. Pues nada. Vamos a salir a volver a entrar. Bien, yo rompiendo un juego, vaya. Qué misterio.
Wanna
Qué
go take
extraño que
some
pase
pictures?
eso. Yuli no. Tranquilo.
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Venga, mira el pueblo.
Never mind who they are.
Ahora. En la moneda está. ¡Ay! Ahora sí, es que se había quedado pillado. De verdad, todo mal.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
Yo no entiendo nada de lo que estás.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Vaya. Ahora son lindos perritos.
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Bueno,
Nice job!
pobrecito. Oh, sí.
Destiny isn't chosen. Ill tidings manifest. That's half the work. I weep for the
Ahora es la
departed.
paliza del siglo.
It
Ya
too
está,
shall
listo.
fall.
Hemos terminado ya el combate. Ha sido rápido y sencillo y para todo.
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
Eran raposianos.
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
¿Cómo se disfrazaron los Bolisin de raposianos?
What kind of trick did they use? When we were tracking them earlier, they looked just like normal Xianzhou Foxians.
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from
un problema.
Foxians.
Es realmente un problema.
They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
Hay un
There
miedo.
are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Oh, oh. Mientras tanto, la sede de la premonición divina. Yendo a la perspectiva de caminos. Venga. Es verdad que teníamos que...
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaocheng.
Un placer.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
Nos explica un poquito. Vamos a ver qué corresponde a sus puntos.
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Hablar de la profecía de Elio.
Rumor has it that Elio, the leader of the Stellaron Hunters, possesses the power to see into the future. He foresaw that the Xianzhou and the Express would have important roles to play in the war against Nanook. That's why we were lured here to the Luofu, to deal with the Stellaron crisis and fulfill the prophecy.
General Jing Yuan believes in this prophecy too, as mentioned in the report. I'm curious why you didn't question it at all. Could it be because one of the Stellaron hunters is actually an old acquaintance of General Jing Yuan?
Please be cautious with your words, Merlin's Claw. Let's avoid sowing doubt among our comrades. That Stellaron hunter used to be my disciple.
Ostras,
so are
eso
you
no lo
putting
sabía.
my loyalty in question too?
Vaya,
I'm
¿qué te ha dicho?
simply bringing up the doubts about General Jing Yuan that exist within the Alliance. Since I'm representing them, perhaps you can just imagine me as one of those old geezers. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
¿Qué es esto? La ronda de azul. Oh, mira, puedo utilizar esto.
Could you please give us another chance?
No problem. But remember that a debate is...
Ah, mira. Somos buena gente, es verdad. Seguro sobre tu relación. Todo se debe al
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord, but here's the thing.
Conoció a Su en persona. Sí, ¿verdad? No se a Su en persona. ¿Quiénes son los preceptores del Wolf?
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored deep hatred towards the Hunt. So she spent years making preparations in the Alchemy Commission, in order to take revenge on the Xianzhou.
Revenge is also a form of the Hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Videodora.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. That's what, according to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Tienes un dibujo más sobre obtener el poder del árbol.
I was there, fighting Fantilia alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form. Perhaps that was her intention all along.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Interesting. That's quite a new perspective. Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two Nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless, but for you too, General Jingyuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Lafu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lafu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Qué guapo que es.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Law Fu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Law Fu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly. I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Law Fu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison.
Nos está enviando a prisión.
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report,
Y nos vamos a la
and
cárcel.
silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Objeción. Nos dejarán volver. A mí también me
Your
parece.
willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then,
Que nos dé la comida al
as the
menos.
Merlin's Claw requests,
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
so, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Law Fu's Shackling Prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
Qué reina es esta señora, Que nada. Vámonos. A la cárcel. Te mira y a pesar de que no hay ningún motivo aparente, es que te examina. Te iré evaluando, ¿no?
Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
No lo sé.
The Xianzhou's matrix of prescience can also predict the future. Do you believe in its prophecies?
I understand.
¿Verdad qué?
While words can be deceiving, your gaze, your breathing, and your scent, they reveal more than your words do. I trust my intuition more than any words.
Curioso. Pero yo quería hablar con el general.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back.
Va a suceder algo con
So no need to worry.
Pure y ese.
As you wish, General.
Comencemos. Conti. Sensiblemente. De topar. Bueno, pues nada, veremos qué nos depara en esta ocasión la cárcel. Después un detective te lleva junto con Dangen a un lugar que es sorprendentemente familiar. No me gusta que me resulte sorprendente.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
La cárcel. Ah, vale, ya sé dónde estamos. Bueno, pues a tepearnos. Tepeación. La cárcel. Pues nada.
The shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
En un momento. Sí.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you.
Vale, pues nada, abre la puerta. Entra la prisión. Dentro de 3 camas. Cuando cruce esta puerta estaré dentro de la prisión, ¿verdad? Sí, ¿verdad?
Well, technically, the shackling prison is spread out across multiple delves, and the ancient sea is just where they overlap. Please, come on in, dear guests.
Van a hacernos una visita guiada por la cárcel. Pedazo puerta, No sé para qué quieren puertas tan grandes. Pero güey. Y un montón de guardias y todo que tiene todo el sentido del mundo. En la cara de asombro del protagonista. ¡Wow! Oh, mira, ahí están los amigos de él. Qué guapo que es.
What are you looking at?
Moze.
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Uy, señor.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Porque se escapará. Tiene sentido.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiao and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip.
Then?
Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the Shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the Shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food, yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
Crímenes cometidos, señor de la guerra policía, informador de la abundancia. Crímenes de guerra asociados. El prisionero esclavizó a los raposanos durante mucho tiempo y usó su sangre como método de detención. Este prisionero debe ser sometido del bosque de espadas, que no debe ser indultado. Debe ser trasladado a diferentes lugares con recursos. Sus grilletes y filtros de aire y las celdas de traslado deben estar intactos. Observaciones. 1. El confinamiento de este prisionero es la base de la alianza entre Xianzhou y los raposanos. Cualquier individuo que se oponga a esta sentencia debe ser castigado por sembrar discordia. 2. Cualquiera que contacte o converse con este prisionero deberá tomar píldoras a prueba de veneno, llevar una máscara respiratoria equipada con un cartucho para contrarrestar los efectos de su lupitoxina. 3. El lugar de detención del prisionero debe cambiarse anualmente, y la nueva ubicación debe permanecer desocupado para individuos por debajo del rango de teniente de los caballeros. No se debe mencionar a Jing Liu al hablar con este prisionero.
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupitoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupitoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor.
Olis que algo.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just
Se han
imagining
colado ahí,
things.
van a liberarlo.
Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Bueno, esperemos. Vamos a cotillar mientras tanto. Es que la prisión de los encadenados de desesperadores escamas se construyó en el fondo del antiguo mar. Una estructura de columnas que se extiende sin fin hacia las profundidades. Los escolta almas monitorean y supervisan información en tiempo real de las celdas de la prisión en esa pantalla. Miras hacia abajo y ves un panel de celdas de prisión densamente apiñadas que se extienden en la oscuridad más allá de tu vista. Arriesgas a adivinar la cantidad de prisioneros que se pueden confinar aquí. ¿3.000? ¿30.000? ¿300.000? Esto quitándose a toda la prisión.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before.
Hermana, y tú son las únicas jueces aquí.
You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste.
No voy a decir nada al respecto.
Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths.
Puede ser.
Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
Ya ves. Pompo nos cuida en casa y los amigos nos cuidan en el exterior.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission.
Vale.
This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danhung, please come with me.
Menos mal que no somos mortales.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
Vale, sí. No sé. Yo rompiendo cosas, que... No hagas nada sin nuestro permiso. Yo rompiendo cosas.
Make a wish.
I'm with you.
Por si acaso hay combate, mira que bien. Uy, cofre. Aquí hay cofres. Perfectísimo. Ya está. Voy a pillar el TP. No, yo quería pillar... Genial, porque tu camino le confiero la importancia de la ley de asegurar que solo explores las zonas que ya consideras seguras. ¡Jo! Quería el TP. Pues nada. Sigamos rompiendo esto.
Ya.
Hola. Hola. No me dejan explorar. Ya empezamos. Un poco mal, ¿eh?
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out.
Iremos.
What an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates... they look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one.
Estas cajas son
I
peligrosas.
heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving.
Continuemos, pues.
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Oh. Ostras.
Watch out!
Ay, que me salto.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Están muertos. Siempre nos toca problemas. Menos mal que tengo todas las opciones.
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something is wrong. The guards aren't responding.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Is that all?
Lacerate.
In the name of
Thing is going wild, just like a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
Eternal step.
Dead return!
An elusive foretell.
Ill tidings manifest!
I'll see you off.
Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Hope you're prepared. Is that all?
Nothing major.
Minor matters. Ill fate descends! Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss!
Let's settle this.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Sencillo. Tengo un muy buen equipo.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
Mencionó que había un tipo de tejido biológico.
The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here, in the shackling prison.
Oh no.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the shackling prison, the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Oh no. Tenemos que evitarlo a toda costa, pues. Uy, ahora vamos a hacer Yaoki. Poco antes voy a llevar los mensajeros de Yaoki al fondo.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves, I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
Los de placa indican el orden de abajo arriba. Deben encender vestigios. Miro la de enfrente. No era recto. Vamos aquí. Con algo supongo que será. Okay. Este. Ah, pues no era así. Ah, este supongo yo que sí es. Apagado. Ah, pues ahora no es así. Pues ok. Sobre este. No, vale. Vale. Espera. Voy a pillar eso. Pues ok. Chip de la de Cerulean. Es un pájaro, es un avión, no, es misión imposible. Una grulla. No es un pájaro ni un avión, es una grulla de papel. A ver.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless.
Sí.
Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hulei to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed, because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hulei?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Oh, es el que estaba con el otro.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
No te va a contestar nadie, Soy.
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
Nada, hostiarles.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
Ay.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer.
Por supuesto. Por ellas. Qué guapo que es, Mosa.
Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers available for us everywhere.
Estoy triste ahora mismo.
A little more shit.
Ill fate descends. Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all. But I promise it'll be swift.
More seasoned. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
That's half the work. On the still waters of oblivion.
Hope you're prepared.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Morsa.
I weep for the departed.
It's not time yet.
It too shall fall.
Me encanta como están diciendo, uy, terrible todo, brutal. Vete si puedes. Le estoy dando la paliza del siglo.
Destiny. Ill tidings manifest.
Porque sí.
Destined for oblivion. Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Ya está. Pues, hemos derrotado con bastante facilidad.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
¿O no? Ah, va a salir.
First meal after regaining my freedom.
long time. Boy. Welcome back.
Vale, es una marioneta. Puedo verlo. Igual y no va a pasar nada, pero... Pues nada, se escapa.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord. We should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys! Time to move out!
Lo secuestraron. Pues nada. Ciudad Hanihania se dan cuenta que la situación es la presión está fuera de control.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Vaya, poco mal.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
Tarde. Ya lo ha
We've
hecho.
gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borison tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
Parece que el testimonio tendrá que esperar.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Yeah.
Stream 4.
Let's wait and see.
Make a wish.
He roto lo de los...
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
Bueno, cosas que pasan.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly.
Ok, pues vamos.
The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
¿Qué es eso que hay ahí? ¡Ay, es la grulla! Permiso de operación. ¡No! ¡La grulla! Bueno, ¿qué es esto? Ah, es un TV de esos. Vamos.
Yeah.
Venga. Hola, gracias.
Some Spiritfarers occasionally use Ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape.
Bueno, estamos en situaciones que requieren este tipo de cosas.
But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations. The Nether Key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
Bueno, lástima. Habrá que destruirlos.
Repay. I underestimated you.
Familiar.
Bloom.
Don't worry, it's just a scream. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Quería evitar más combates, pero vas a hacer.
Another precious memory to hold on to.
Bueno, nada. Y rompiendo cosas. Pero está... Oh, no. Digamos tarde.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
Va a ver a su hermana.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
Ay, que van a encontrar a la otra. Yo he encontrado un cofre, no pistas, no, pero un cofre. Porque aquí hay otro de estos. Ya se ve claramente que la guardiana estaba cumpliendo su deber en una intensa batalla. Le acomodas la máscara en sus rostros gracias para que su alma heroica descansa. Vamos a investigar todos los poros. Unos afilados colmillos crecían sin control a lo largo de la protuberante mandíbula inferior del difunto, guardando un extraño parecido con los demostradores Boris. Quería saber por qué el Borisin podría enfrentarse fácilmente en los niveles inferiores de la prisión de los encadenados. No solo se transformar en ningún caballero, sino también en no sé qué.
Yeah. Huh.
Esta guardián lucha hasta la muerte y su alma no parece... Debe haberlo perdido en algún parte de la prisión. Son los restos bolisinas, poderosos minutos retorcidos. Es probable que a este enorme lobo le haya inmovilizado su estructura de sangre. Esta guardián lucha hasta la muerte. Su alma no parece haberlo perdido en algún lado. Y aquí tenemos a Pueden.
Shui is here.
Miss Shui briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Condolences? Well, that's unnecessary. You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
Nope.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged.
Todo mal.
We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
Pinta y una grulla.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Rayos.
Reconstruct.
It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet.
Vaya.
At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage.
Perturbador, pero vale.
Let me see. The damage isn't too bad. If I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Vale, eso está bien, reparemos esto. Oh, ya, por supuesto. A ver, ¿cómo era esto? Vale. Y esto sería así y ya estaría reparado. Vale.
Hanya, I'm back.
Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Una forma muy
Now is not the time for jokes. This side crane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were...
Aunque de manera intermitente, la burbuja...
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought...
Besides the Borisin, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird, who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
De repente una reborbulla va tras las islas volando de los descargando directamente hacia sus incontables profundidades.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisin will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Yeah.
Pues si detenemos a Juli podemos rescatar al otro. Así que realmente...
Wait! Something feels off. Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders?
Sí, los intrusos invisibles.
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Eternal sleep, the
dead return!
Destiny isn't chosen.
Ill tidings manifest.
The name of Len, a will forged in ice, never falters!
You chose the wrong enemy.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Oh,
aren't you looking for me?
Ill fate descends.
Is that all?
Manners.
Destined for oblivion.
This ends here. In the name of a will forged in ice, never falters!
Memories are beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Ya está.
It'll heal.
Ataque regenerativo, pues no te va a dar miedo.
Let's settle this. Just focus on the fight.
I weep for the departed.
Entramos en pelea.
It too shall fall.
Merciful Medicus!
What do you want to know?
Ill tidings manifest.
The dead
Hay
return!
un campito para curarnos.
Free will on the still waters of oblivion.
Hope you're prepared.
Destiny is
ill fate descends.
Is that all?
Sí, sí, que ataquen a Yopa.
Memories beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Es negro, no hace falta que lo ataque.
I weep for the departed.
It too shall fall.
Bueno, yo creo que con esto ya estaría.
Destined for oblivion.
Y ya está. Rápido y sencillo, la verdad.
Another precious memory to hold on to.
Mira, ahí está Motse. Motse. Mira qué guapo. El hombre parece materializarse en una esquina oscura de la prisión. Pudiera desvanecerse en el aire. Mira qué guapo. El objetivo que usa una capa oscura, mi cablo Hania, ahora está frente a ti, aunque no hay expresión en su rostro frío e indiferente. Por una razón puedes leer su expresión y fachada, como si te susurrara, al fin llegaron.
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
Dijiste eso hace un momento.
So what if I repeat it? It's the truth after all. The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning. At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique, it's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. But now it seems... The prison on the Lawfu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Morza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No. You can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed.
Bueno, será tu opinión.
I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst-case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best-case scenario...
Decimos nosotros insensatos. Nosotros como nosotros estamos atrapados dentro.
Looks like we've got some clever minds here after all. The best-case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
Seguro que sí seguimos con vida.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Morza.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Don't worry. Even if we end up dying here, I won't let it happen to you first.
Oh, qué cositas más bonitas.
Well, you're just as good at comforting people as Mr. Morza. None of you are part of the Ten Lords' Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hulei from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin, and you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements.
Se piensa que nos vamos a ocultar.
Now, let's proceed upward.
Venga, subamos. Ahí había algo. No me voy a tener ahora. Tener ahora para nada. La verdad, a no ser que me pille algún cofre de camino, tampoco lo voy a pillar. Lo que quiero es terminar la misión principal. Ya buscar los cofres y todo eso ya lo haré.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out.
Gracias por hablarme cuando no puedo saber lo que me estás.
The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
Yeah.
Venga, vamos para allá.
We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
Entré hasta el frente porque estoy escuchando a los perros. Sí.
Stream forth the gleam of blades.
Y ahora vamos a ir a por esto que está aquí. Y continuamos. Ya tengo vientos y cosas. Wish.
Make a wish.
I'm with you.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
Okay.
It'll heal.
Una añadita más.
I underestimated you.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ah, los cacharros fuera, solo faltan algo.
In the name of Len, a
Ponemos
will
escudito.
forged in ice never
Mira.
falters.
Ill tidings manifest.
Another on the still waters of oblivion.
Ill fate descends.
Nothing major.
Está gruñido.
Destined for oblivion.
Y ya está, fuera. Es bastante sencillo.
We caught them unawares.
Nos va a pillar el perro.
Stream forth
Oye,
the gleam of old blades.
leñe, mátalo. No corre. ¿Me pilla de camino? Vamos, continúa. El presidente de los encadenados se ha convertido en un campo de batalla. Los carteles de Yaokyu.
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing and tearing. Oh, they're back. They're back. They've all come back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. Once we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
¿O no?
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiaozhou?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here. whether it's for the sake of Fei Shao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu. Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this.
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me! Prison guards, stop them! For our great Lord Hule!
Vale. Bolsita.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
Aquí.
guards.
Pues,
Those who fail to comply will face severe
no,
punishment,
esto es en
serving as an example to others.
esto no. ¿Dónde tengo yo? Puntos de técnica, sí. Ya máxima, puntos de técnica. Ya máxima, puntos de técnica. Claro.
Stream forth, gleam bold blades.
No, justo lo pilló la pobre tardanza.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found.
What about the Yao Qing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
Es una breve pero devastadora pérdida de comunicaciones. La prisión de los encadenados, que había sido cerrada a cal y canto, vuelve a quedar probables. Es posible que los ánimos del preso hayan salido ilesos. Uno de los invitados de Yao King fue tomado como rey. Mientras tanto, no hay rastro de Holae, señor de la guerra Boris, que estaba condenado a un largo el script es la prisión de los encadenados. Una emocionante persecución entre el cazador y el cazado pronto tendrá lugar en el Gofu desierto. Chan, chan.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a third rose.
No, hemos llegado justo al final. De repente presenta la espada y me lo van a decir esto. No, hemos llegado al final. Es lo que tenía. A ver. Pues perfecto. Vamos a pillar esto. Salvo que pasa porque vamos a hacer oculto. No, había una habitación oculta. Bueno, veremos. Misiones. El florecer de una espada. Perfecto. A ver, supongo que serán combates, así que probablemente no. Tiene pinta. Aplicaciones del destino. Tenemos una misión ahora. Y pues está ahí. Es con un IP. ¿No? Uy. Sí, básicamente van a ser casi ya. ¿Y algo más? Publicación diseñada de una central de Darsa. O personajes de compañía. Oh, vaya, interesante. Esto me gusta. Una misión de aquí. El florecer están en el mismo sitio. Pues nada, vamos. Espero que la introducción a la misión no sea muy larga. Por otro lado. Por aquí. Vamos a ir por aquí. Procedemos hasta cuando Manza empezó a estudiar el arte de la espada.
All right. Now that you're in position, Miss March, let's get this lesson started.
I'm not good at acting all master-like. Since Grandpa asked me to teach you swordplay, I won't hold back any secrets.
Thank you so much, Masters! Oh, wait. Does this mean our training is only officially starting right now?
After all, we need to watch you practice for a few days before we can figure out how talented you are, right?
So, how'd I do, Master?
You're definitely talented, Miss March.
Hey, here you are. Did you hear that? These two masters just called me a swordplay genius.
Así es, así se hace, Marco.
Just wait until I go back. Everyone's going to be so wowed by my new skills.
Swordplay requires rigorous training. Before we start, Miss March, you need to find a clear reason to keep you motivated while you train. It doesn't have to be something huge, but it needs to be clear.
In other words, even though you didn't exactly choose to be our apprentice, you still need to take the initiative during this learning process.
I once had the honor of learning swordplay from a master. She asked me why I started training at such a young age, why I wielded a sword. So, for our first lesson, I'd like to ask you the same question. Miss March, why do you wield your sword?
Why do I wield my sword? I wield my sword to take down my enemies. I mean, what other reason is there?
I also questioned that sword master about why she uses her sword, and she said, to vanquish my enemies, nothing more. Miss March, you gave a similar response, which shows you've got potential.
Hay muchísimas formas de acabar con los enemigos.
The best way to take down your enemy is with a blaster gun. I heard a hero say something like that in an immersia. He also mentioned that sword training can push a person's physical abilities to their ultimate limit.
Bueno.
Seems like you've seen your fair share of immersion, Miss March. But if you want my opinion, if your goal is self-improvement, you'll feel just as accomplished even if you put down the sword and go back to your bow.
Oh, come on. Don't listen to his empty talk.
Oh, now I'm curious to hear what Master Yun Li has to say.
Let me ask you something, March. Do you have any specific goals for learning swordplay? Like achieving a certain ranking in the war dance, or maybe you want to defeat someone, like Yan Qing, or me.
Who do I want to defeat? Him? Dan Heng? Himeko? Or Mr. Yang?
If you can't think of anyone specific, why not set a simpler goal? Like, how many opponents do you want to defeat at once with a sword?
I'll fight 10!
10?
Oops, that just slipped out. It's actually another line from an immersia.
¿De verdad te gustan las inmersias, eh?
Yeah, I really like them. So what?
I think I figured out what's motivated March to learn swordplay.
Could it possibly be immersia about swordmasters?
Hey, now that you mention it, that actually makes sense.
Tiene sentido.
I'm super interested in Xianzhou immersia and novels. Even though I use a bow, almost all the great heroes in those immersia use swords. So I want to be a swordmaster too.
Voy a ser espadachina porque quiero... Me gustan las películas de espadachinas. Parece una buena razón para ser mantenerte motivado. Sí, como cualquier otro.
You agree, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to be a swordmaster?
Becoming a swordmaster who fights for justice and battles evil? Well, that's definitely a good reason to keep you motivated in swordplay training.
Now that you've both given your approval, I have another small request. I want to perform a tea ceremony to honor you as my masters. Remember, you'll need to tap the table a few times with your fingers.
Tea ceremony? Tap the table? Do we have to be so serious about accepting an apprentice for the first time?
Please? That's how those heroes in the immersia show their respect.
Sigamos la corriente con la ceremonia.
Play along?
Let's just stop wasting time. Just treat us to some milk tea. And then we can start our real swordplay training, okay?
Yeah! All right, let's go. To the Sleepless Earl.
Ay, qué maravilla. No. Dejaremos a la espadachina para el siguiente capítulo. Fascinante, de verdad. Creo que no puedo tirar otra. No me queda. Estarían 1 o 2. 3. Perdón, 3. Lástima. Dicho esto, pues nada. Vamos a ir dejando por aquí. Gracias a todos por acompañarme el día de hoy. Y nos veremos mañana con Stardew Valley. Al menos en principio. Adiós.